live. Sorry, I'm in the bedroom right now because I had a little water issue today. We'll get into everything in a sec, but just to let you know, I'm in the bedroom. My wife is out watching TV. She's got home from work, and I'm not going to mess with her. And I can't go downstairs right now to the lion's den. The little drain pipe that goes in your washer and drains popped out of the pipe it drains into and drained gallons of water on our in parts of our mostly finished basement. The den is not affected, but I have crap loads of fans running down there and other things moved and drying everything. So I'm not going to try to do over that, or I was going to do this on my computer down there. So I'm up on the phone again in, well, bedroom. So I might move around here depending on how this works. We'll see how it goes. But now that that's out of the way, let's talk about what happened today in America. Janie, how's it going, man? How is it going? Wanted to come on and talk about, here we go. We were talking the other day about the attack in New York City, where two Islamists yelling the snack bar theme. You got to be careful. Somebody's saying that on YouTube. If you're a small channel, they'll take you down. Big channels can say it. But yelling the snack bar theme through bombs, and they were bombs with shrapnel in them. And luckily they didn't go off somehow. And people don't understand how, because it had the right mix. And the stuff they use is usually a contact explosive. It goes boom. It lands and it goes boom. And I said, we cannot have this in America. We should have used the UK as a warning. And here we go. Now what do we got today? More of it. We had two. And I'm going to partially blame our media and Zora Mamdani for coming out and covering for these people. They made it sound like the Jake Lang people are the ones that threw the firebombs. And as I keep saying, even Harold Ford Jr. on the 5 is usually semi-level for a Democrat, came out and said, well, thank God the New York City Police Department saved Zoran and his wife, intimating that they were the targets, which is absolute lies and bullcrap. The targets of the attack in New York were the Jake Lang people. The people, whether you agree with them or not, were peacefully protesting. And I said then, we cannot have these Islamic attacks starting in America. This is BS. We're not going to turn it into the Middle East. We're not going to turn it into, sorry guys, the UK. And what happened? Here we go. Here we go. Now we had at least two today by the looks of it. Now, one on a synagogue in Michigan. I will say that it sounds like both of the attackers are, well, to say it lightly, in the box. That they were taken down by people at each site. In the synagogue, it looks like security guards perforated them, shall we say. Sorry, I can't. I could turn notifications off, but you know. Hi, James Schmidt. How's it going? No, it looks like the security guards at the synagogue took him out. Took this person out, and this person, it looks like they came in, drove into the synagogue, and had explosives in the vehicle. And thankfully, once again, they didn't go off. They didn't go off. But we cannot have this BS going on. And I'm not going to play leftist media games. I'm not going to play Mamdani games. If this were Christians or Jews doing this crap, I'd be saying the same thing. Time to start looking at that religion seriously. Not all Islamists or Muslims are terrorists, but almost all the terrorists are Muslims or Islamists. It's almost like how they always told us, oh, the right is so violent. Well, that's weird. Because not everybody on the left is violent, but almost everybody doing these attacks are leftists. So that is a cluster. I'm tired of the lies. I'm not going to play games. It's time to start examining these Islamic people in this country. And if you're Islamic, you don't like that, screw off. Too bad. If You are of a religion, following your religion tightly. The Quran says multiple times that they must rule over everybody or else take everybody down. Now, if you are up to date, modern, and don't follow that anymore, I get it. That's the reason there's a lot of these Islamists that can't go to other certain countries in the world that are Islamic because they don't want them there. They want to live like modern people in a modern society and get along, whether it's for money or just because. So, yeah, I would say that I just don't think we can let the last administration should not have just let people wander in here. But now we're going to move on from the synagogue one real quick to the one that happened in Norfolk, Virginia at a university. Now, here's the one I have a real problem with this. LYON'S, just GTFO from the Middle East. You know, there's enough to be said about that where I can agree. But I would say that won't fix it. That won't fix it. Islamists don't stop. You realize, okay, Oken, I'm not sure exactly what you're saying, but you do realize Islamists have been attacking the rest of the world for 1,000+ years. Do you know about the Barbary Pirate Wars? Do you know why America actually invented the Marine Corps? If you don't, then you better look it up. It doesn't matter whether we are in the Middle East or not. Islamic jihadists have been coming to Europe, the oceans, and everywhere else, attacking people for 1,000+ years. They even attack their own. So, and if you're talking about Iran, sorry, we have that world, 20% of the world's trade flows through that area. Iran threatens it all the time. They mine it. They've attacked ships. That affects us. As for Israel, yeah, I'd like Israel to take care of themselves. How's it going, Eva? I'm black? Okay. They don't care about human life. I don't know, J&E. I would say they don't care about human life in the same way. And depending on how deep they believe in their religion, at a certain level, they don't see their enemies as human life. They see them as somebody that's supposed to be subjugated, somebody that's under them. And you can say the same even about super deep, far ODFS, Old Testament Christians too. So I'm just saying. Sorry, I got dog fur. So no, it depends how they see everybody else. A lot of them don't see certain people as human, as equal. So, and there are a lot of countries in the world, if you go around and look, they don't think of human life and death in the same way. That is a lot of times certain belief systems, not just religions, but certain way people live in certain nations and their culture go with it. I mean, my God, go to India and look at the highways. They really don't fear death the same way or think of death the same way. So, yeah. Okins, I see what's going on. Your people in danger for the entire world. Oh, really? Okay, so you're going to ignore what I said. Why did America create the United States Marine Corps? What about the Barbary Pirate Wars? What about the Crusades? The Crusades happened because Islamic jihadists went to Europe and attacked people. So it doesn't matter whether you stay out of the Middle East or not. And if we're such a danger, then you know what? I am almost of the mind that we should, I'm almost isolationist at this point. I would love to pull back from the rest of the world. I mean, I really would. America doesn't need you. The world needs America. And I know that sounds arrogant, but it's a fact. Every time something goes wrong in the world, everybody's yelling, oh, America, fix it. Something goes wrong in Europe. NATO doesn't do it. They yell to it in America, fix it. United Nations, something goes wrong. Hey, America, fix this. Half the countries in the world, whether it's a hurricane, a plague, or whatever, we fix it. America's Navy is as big as it is because we patrol the seas and stop piracy. So if we're in danger to the entire world, Oken, I'm not sure that's how to pronounce your name. I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but then you need to, one, educate yourself, and two, be a little more realistic. I am personally of the mind, I am this far from saying America should be 100% pull back from the world for 5, 10 years and watch the world burn. And that's what would happen. Do you think without America coming to the aid, do you think maybe Europe would have stepped up and stopped Russia? No. Do you think North and South Korea would suddenly get along if we weren't there stopping that war? No. Do you think Iran and Israel would have been peaceful and not drug everybody into a huge war by now? No. You're right. My people have been in danger from Iran for 47 years. We have put up with Iran threatening international shipping, mining the Strait of Hormuz, and keeping a war going, and I'm tired of it. I how long were we supposed to pay them off? 47 years of negotiating with these a-holes. So I'm a little burned out on it, and I think most Americans are. We are tired of it. So it's idiotic. Barack Obama and other presidents, what they done? Hey, we'll give you billions of dollars, but don't do this. Oh, okay, we don't. They take the billions, fund more terrorism, get more people killed, start more wars, and then keep trying to build nukes. So, okay. Eva, yeah, you're right. America's always the fixer, yeah. And I say it right now. I am very isolationist, almost at this moment, almost. If America pulled back from the world, pulled back all of its military, pulled back every single penny of its aid, I'm talking no aid to the UN, no aid to every country out there with their hands out. Every country. F off, everybody. Close our borders. Put a message on our phone saying, thank you for calling the United States of America. At this very time, we are not accepting calls. We are on worldwide vacation. We will talk to you in 10 years. Have a nice collapse of the planet. So, okay. Oaken? Yeah, right. Okay, so Oaken is honestly unrealistic. You want to talk real? Many countries existed in peace before us. U.S. invented by a few Europeans. What? What? Invented? What are you talking about? Europe's been at war for 1,000 years. The Middle East has been at war for 1,000 years. What are you talking about? You want to know, buddy? You're wrong. The wars have been going on around the world for thousands of years. It's only since America's come along that we've tried to reduce some of these wars. Look up the liberal world order. That came about to try to reduce all the constant wars. So as many wars as you want to talk about going on right now, it's always been going on. There's been wars, campaigns, conquests. There's been empires. So whatever. And once again, you're still ignoring my comment. Where do you think the United States Marines came from? And I'm tired of this. The world's been a problem, had problems ever for thousands of years. America's 250 years old. So yeah, try to blame it all on us. Go for it. Islamists haven't got along with each other or other people for 2,000 to 3,000 years. So keep going. You try thinking about it and answer my question. Why did the United States invent the Marine Corps and explain the Barbary Pirate Wars and explain the jihad that caused the Crusades? All right, someone needs a real history book. Yes, Janie. Okay, now we're going to move on. Sorry, I got distracted. I do like to answer the chat even if I disagree with them. I believe if you come here, you deserve that bit of respect from me. But Oaken, I'm done answering you till you answer my questions. All right, so, and once again, I'm not trying to mispronounce your name. I am not sure what it is. It might be Okan Sivri. I don't know. The other attack today that happened was by a guy at in Norfolk, Virginia, at a university, and this guy is Islamic. He was booted out of the United States National Guard for having ties to ISIS, and he was trying to get them weaponry. So I have a problem with this. Why in the name of Zeus's butthole did we boot a guy out of the National Guard for being in touch with ISIS and leave him in the country? Or why is he not in jail? Dude, that is total court-martial. You should be court-martialed and removed from being around people if you are supporting ISIS and trying to buy them weaponry. Why the hell was this guy here? I don't care if he's born an American citizen. You look back through history, people have been denaturalized and booted from many countries, including ours. Why was this guy still here? Why was he allowed to walk free? To me, that's open treason. You are in the National Guard. Yes, not the military, but National Guard. You have ties with ISIS. You're trying to get them weaponry. Holy bejesus. And it looks like somebody else took him down. It looks like some ROTC guys or some young trainees had their pokey pokes on them. Just like me, I carry a pocket pokey poke all the time. I'm a Boy Scout. I carry a pocket pokey poke in my pocket. Sometimes I carry my Freedom Seed launcher too. So it looks like one or more other students took that dude down. They perforated him enough that I think he's gone. So I'm going to say twice we had security guards and other students take out the bad guy to the point where we don't have to deal with a trial or deal with them. So yeah. So good on them. And those students, I can't remember if they're ROTC or if they were other students training to be National Guard or something there. To those guys, dude, you deserve medals right away. That was epic. Good takedown. Thank you for saving lives of people around you. That is beautiful. I mean, I don't... Oh, you're happy these people are gone? Yes. They went in to hurt other people. You go in to hurt other people, I'm not going to feel bad when you get disappeared or removed. We shouldn't. So what do you guys think? Do you think we have a problem? Because we saw one last week, and now we've seen two already this week. And don't say this is just because of the Israel-Iran thing. We had, remember, a lot of people forget, we had a young couple, brutally killed on the streets of Washington last year after coming out of a charity event and just slaughtered in the street. And that was because of Jew hatred. This has been getting bad. Now, if I read my stories right today, and if I remember, sorry, it's been a long day, there was also a couple of attacks against Jews in Canada last few days. So it's not just in America, this is going on. So, I don't know, I just wanted to talk about it real quick. Come on here. I know YouTube doesn't send my notifications out often, but hey. But no, Oaken Sivry, if you want to answer my comments, if you're even here, if you want to actually take time to answer my comments, I'll talk to you more. But you just keep spouting stuff. And as J&E Adventure said, yes, you need to open a history book. I will tell you when America does wrong. I will tell you right out, I don't want America involved in half the stuff it's in. But I do understand that if America was involved in nothing, the world would collapse. And I do not like when people take 2,000 years of crap been going on in the world, or 3,000 or whatever, and blame America. So that's it. I am tired of it, and to anybody that starts spouting that crap, screw yourselves. Okay, so, and I like how you don't answer my questions. You just want to spout. I took the time to answer you. Things are going to get worse before it gets better. Janie, unfortunately, I agree with you. But I don't know. Let's hope the best. Let's hope maybe not, because the media got busted out pretty hardcore. Without X being bought by Musk and having free speech, without the internet and private individuals out on YouTube, Twitter, you name it, Facebook, Kick, and Rumble, showing the truth, the media could have got away maybe with that lie they did about the New York attack. But because of all the private individuals out there and X being free speech, they got busted on it, and a lot of them had to backtrack. Even though they said the wrong thing purposely, on main time newscasts, but then only backtracked on their Twitter account. So yeah. Ben, what's this live about? Well, it was about originally the 2 attacks in America from, it looks like, Islamic individuals against Jewish people. And is it going to get worse? We talked a little about that. Then Oaken Sivery made some comments, and I did answer him, but I did not get an answer from him when I asked a question. Even though he's saying right there, I respect you, sir. Have a nice day. Thank you very much, Oaken Sivery. I'm sorry if I'm saying it wrong, but thank you very much. And I will take that. I mean, I respect you too. We talked. We don't agree, but we talked. And I can live with that. But have a nice day yourself if you're leaving. I appreciate it. All right. I remember when Iran started in 1979, they were our ally. And Iran, before Iran went wrong, they were an amazing country. You look back, they were every bit as, I don't know how to say it, part of the Western culture as we were. They were very strong thinkers, and they had a really open culture, and women had the same rights and freedoms, and a lot of universities. And it's crazy because if you look at studies, it shows the Iranian people, the old original Persians, are actually pretty goddamn smart people. I'm talking flippin' smart. So it's really sad how they've fallen. And I will admit, there are times where America shouldn't have been involved. I believe we were involved with taking the Shah down at the time, their king or something. I don't know all the history, but there's things we should definitely not be involved, sir. Oaken Sivery is not totally wrong. There are times America definitely should not be involved or should not be playing around. And I could probably get him to agree with me, or she, I'm not sure on the name, that maybe our CIA could be, I mean, trust me, Americans don't, we worry about our CIA too. But yeah, in 79, they were our ally at first. And then the Iranian hostage crisis hit when the regime took over. And we've had a problem ever since. If it was just them causing a problem in the Middle East, I'm not sure America would be involved. But because it is everywhere, and because they are doing things to affect world trade that affects everyone. So yeah. But I agree with you, the terrorism may get worse in America. The mainstream media and Mamdani going out and running cover for the jihadists, and they are jihadists. They yelled the snack bar theme, guys. Yes, I know it's childish having to say that, but small YouTubers on YouTube yell the blah, blah, blah snack bar, you know. Because they ran cover for them and made idiots. I did only run into one person so far that actually said, well, the Jake Lang people were throwing firebombs and who went after Mom Downey. That's not what happened. That is not what happened, and that's what they did lying. They did it on purpose. Because they ran interference, now the Islamists see, just like in the UK, hey, we can get away with this maybe. What are they going to do? So it's stupid. Yeah, it's been 47 years. Yes, you're right, Janie. It's been 47 years of threats, violence, not just towards us, but yeah, as you said there, towards other countries. They have routinely threatened, and they've done it in the past. They've closed down the Strait of Hormuz. They've mined it. They've attacked ships randomly when they don't get their way, or because when they want something, money or something else. They do that, and then what happens? The world capitulates. That's how they've been able to keep the regime strong. Because they do this until UN, United States, the world kisses their ass. Obama sends them $6 billion. People go, well, that was in there, freed up their account. I don't care. Should never done it. They took that $6 billion and went and did more crap with it. Also, Obama did give them, remember, the pallets of cash. Our presidents, other countries have just paid them off. Does no good. When you pay somebody for doing something bad, it just encourages them to do it more. So you feel old? I shouldn't make you feel old, but it should make you feel sad. Sad that, oh my God, how dare you attack them? And you go, Oh, yeah, because it's only been 47 years of idiocy. 47 years. That's insanity. And I'll ask anybody else, what the hell were you, how many more years of talking with them, capitulating with them, let them lie about building nukes, let them attack every other country, not just Israel. They attack other countries. They are the biggest state-funded sponsor of terror worldwide. Their terrorists have hit places in Russia, in Europe, so it's craziness. Why that's allowed. I don't understand why it's allowed. And why people think 47 years. Yes, even it is very sad. It shouldn't make you feel old. It should make you feel annoyed that's been let go on for 47 years. Once again, if this was some little bumfuck country that doesn't affect anybody, who I don't think we should be involved. But this affects our trade with our allies, affects terrorism around the world. Yes, we do have a stake in this. Yeah, okay. Most of these idiots weren't even alive. Yeah, true. True. Now, the last thing I wanted to talk about real quick, and this is not a big shocker. Anybody who goes after Trump, well, you said no more wars, and now you're in Iran. All I can say is, did you listen to a thing he said? And this is for Democrats, liberals, centrists, libertarians, people on the right, people on the far right. I am tired of hearing people who don't like Trump and people who do like Trump going, he said no more. Why is he going to war? Iran? And they act surprised. And I'm going to say, once again, did you not ever listen to Donald Trump? You look back, even before he ran for president, there's videos of the man saying, yeah, Iran can never be allowed to have a nuclear weapon. And then when he was running even the first time, he said, no, whatever I do, I will not let Iran have a nuclear weapon. And he said then that even if we had to go to war with them, even if we had to outright attack them, because he talked about how this capitulation for 40 plus years has done no good. So I ask anybody that's out there, and if you watch this stream after it's over, what do you think? How many more years of negotiation? And if you're upset about Trump doing this, did you not listen to Donald Trump? This isn't a surprise to anybody that paid attention to him, because he openly said it. He said it in campaigns, his first run, this run. He said it between his presidencies. He said it before he ever ran for president, that Iran can never have a nuclear weapon. So to you idiots out there going, oh, it's the Jews. He's doing it for the Jews. He was saying long before he was ever into politics, president, that they cannot have it. Cannot have it. And besides which, if they are affecting world trade, threatening for 47 years, 47 years of threatening and taking out world trade, 20% of the world's trade goes through there. You cannot have that. So even going beyond the nukes, you cannot let one country keep threatening trade on and funding terrorism and threatening and attacking other countries and do nothing about it. All we've done for 47 years is amp it up. Every time you reward somebody for doing that, they just attack more. There's no clear evidence Iran has developed a nuclear weapon. I didn't say they had. Did I say they had? I said they were trying to. Please do your research and study for asserting false things. Then maybe you should follow your own advice. I didn't say they developed them. I said they were on the way. I was clear. If you want to say something to me, push back on what I actually said. I didn't say that. So don't tell me to do my research. You use my fucking words right. I didn't say they had nukes. I said they've been trying to develop them and trying to get them. So welcome, but don't throw my words and lie about my words. And then tell me to do my research. Bad look. All right. Heinrich LYON'S. Sorry. If I say it wrong, I apologize. It's not about the surprise of the shark that he's in a war with Iran, but it's just wrong. It's not right. Is it wrong? What is your fix for 47 years of terrorism and dealing with them and paying them off? Over the last 47 years, how many times have they mined the Strait of Hormuz, attacked private shipping of many countries, including ours? How many terrorist attacks have they caused worldwide? and how many Americans have been killed and how many world citizens have been killed because of all the terrorism they sponsored. And you can even leave out Israel if you want. Because I know you don't want to talk about the Jews. I get it. I'm not saying you don't, but a lot of people don't. So, if it's not about... and I will say this, Heinrich. If you're not surprised, then did nobody listen? Did nobody listen? It's not just wrong. How is it wrong? How is it wrong to go after somebody who's been terrorizing and killing Americans for 47 years, and they have? How many American lives were lost due to Iran for 47 years? So, just saying. All right. Well, Aurora isn't totally wrong. Janie is somewhere between you and Aurora. And I'm not sure I'm saying that Aurora. I'm just hoping I'm saying that right. Aurora intimated that I said they developed and already have them. I did not say that. But Iran didn't say they had them either in that admission lately. They said they have enough fissionable material to build 11 nuclear bombs, and they were going to do it. So they didn't quite have them yet, but they're threatening to do it. And remember, here's something I want Aurora, if you're still here, and anybody else to listen to. Under Barack Obama's great deal, where they got 60-day warnings to have their nuclear sites inspected, and then they kept going, well, we don't find anything. They're following it. Funny how now, right after that ends, they have major under-mountain facilities where they're developing nuclear weapons. They didn't just build those in a week or two or a month or two. That is stuff that took decades to build up. So they were always lying under the nuclear treaties they were involved in. So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. You, the funny kid, says free Palestine. That is up to you. I don't think America should be involved in the Palestine's a fake country. Sorry, it is. If you look where Palestine's name came from. But as for the other, if you want to call it Palestine, I don't know what else to call it. I forgot the other name. Brain dead. But if you want to look at the area right next to Israel there, I don't think America should be involved. But I will tell you this, you the funny kid, be careful what you wish for. Because if America totally backed out of Israel and the Hamas kerfuffle and everything over there, Israel would slaughter the Palestinians. They would just end it because they would know they would no longer have backing of America with military backing or anything else. If we cut them off 100%, Israel would know that they are strongest at this very moment than they ever will be again, and they will want to end it while they can. So you won't get a free Palestine if America backs out. You will get a no Palestine. So be careful what you wish for. I'm not saying you wish for that. I'm just saying. I would wish everybody would live together. And you and I probably have different beliefs on it, but I'll spout mine really quick. And throughout my life, I've seen, and I'm not saying Israel is innocent. I'm not saying Israel is amazing. But I've seen Israel back off multiple times, give up land, give up territory, try to negotiate for a two-state solution. And every time they do, what happens? They give them land, and that land is used as a base to attack Israel more. I don't see Israel sending bombers inside of the Gaza cities there. Gaza is the name there, sorry. In the cities and just bombing people in markets. That happens the other way. So, we and I may disagree, but I've seen a lot through my lifetime. I've had a family who's been very political and involved in this. And I don't like when one side does back off and the other side just keeps pushing it. From the river to the sea, just saying. Now, you, the funny kid, puts a lot of Iranian flags there. We can agree on that. Because I think most Americans want Iranians to be free in their country. To get rid of this regime. I don't think the regime does any Iranian any good. It'd be nice if the Iranian government was for their people and was spending all the money and revenue on their people and bringing their country back to where it should be. So you, the funny kid, if you're still here, I think we can at least agree on that. I think that, yeah, it'd be nice if Iran could rejoin what I would say is, I don't know, Western civilization or modern civilization. How's that? I think most Americans want that. Now, here's a quick thing on that. I would like to say, um, here's what I would like to see. I do not want American boots on the ground. Donald Trump is not the type to really want a long, protracted war. If you look at his history, he likes to go in and do things to get it done. His first term, he went after Al-Qaeda, where president before him was jacking around. And they attacked some of our people, so he Moabbed them. There are accounts saying that the hills where these guys had bunkers, the hills turned to liquid for a while. We dropped so many Moabs. And he took them out without getting Americans killed. Donald Trump likes to go in and do things and get out. You may not like it, but he does. So I'm hoping he does not even thinking about boots on the ground. Of course, he's not going to say that out loud. You can't tell the enemy, we'll never do this. So they'll plan to make you have to do that. I think Donald Trump likes to get in and get out. And I want to see how this goes. I will have major problems if boots go on the ground. If boots go on the ground, I'm going to have a problem. I think what we should do, this is me talking, Midwest mechanic guy with dodgy lungs talking, I think we should make sure we take out so much of their infrastructure and their military that they're super weak, and then we tell the Iranian people, go do it. This is your chance. You asked us for help. We came in. We did this. But we can't do it all for you. We got you up to step 6 out of 10. The last 4 steps are on you. You go out and get your freedom. If you can't do it now, maybe you don't deserve it. If we have gone through and done, sacrificed, as they say, blood and treasure for this to this extent, and you can't get yourself across the finish line, maybe you didn't deserve the freedom that you were asking and begging and protesting for and getting 30,000+ of you killed for. Just saying. They didn't have a missile, so they say, yeah. Janie, yeah. Fair enough, yeah. They didn't have something to transport it yet. They said they were going to build enough to build 11 bombs. And to me, I'll tell you what. In the old school, Donald Trump is closer to an old school leader, and not just American. Churchill, Thatcher, you name older world leaders that were strong. Trump is kind of a throwback. You threaten a Bill Clinton, a George Bush Jr., you threaten whatever, and a lot of them times they'll back off. They're like, oh, clutch those pearls, clutch in fear. You threatened a Winston Churchill, a MacArthur, a Roosevelt and stuff. You threaten those guys and they're going to come at you. That's the way the world was, and it was better off then. But now we're so used to politicians just capitulating and sending pallets of money and or whatever else they want and just backing down and kissing ass. Trump is a throwback. I tell people all the time. He is a throwback to the old school type of leaders. One, the leader is for their country. Winston Churchill, Roosevelt, you name a lot of old world leaders. They had their country's best interest in mind 100% and first before the globe. A lot of our world leaders, especially in America, have been the other way. They're globalists. Well, we got to worry about the people of China just as much as ours. No. Trump, his America first thing is just a throwback. And Trump, you threaten Trump. You go into a negotiation and go, we have enough stuff to make 11 nukes. Bad move. If you'd done that with Thatcher, same thing would have happened. She'd have gone, you're screwed, I'm coming. You'd have done that with Roosevelt, you're screwed, he's coming. If you'd gone back farther and done that to Abraham Lincoln or George Washington, you're screwed, they're coming. And Donald Trump is that same way. You did stupid shit. You didn't come in and negotiate properly. Go, we got enough to build 11 nukes and we're gonna. Bye-bye. So, that's my thought on what Trump is. Trump is old school leadership. Even beyond, like people say, he's actually a 90s Democrat, which shows that where Democrats are gone. So yeah, that's just a couple things I want to talk about. If anybody has anything else they want to bring up, feel free. But I will say, please do me a favor, hit thumbs up whether you're watching this live or after the stream. Feel free to comment. And as you can see, a couple people here I didn't agree with, I still answer. We may not leave agreeing, but still, you take your precious time to even come here and try to talk to me, and they didn't just come in and spout insane hyperbole. Whether I disagreed with it, or I thought they were uneducated on stuff, is another thing. Didn't just come in and spout, orange Cheeto shithead or something, I'll take the time to answer you because you spent the time. I'll take the time. But I don't know. Those are things I want to talk about. But I do think you're right, Janie, that there is a good chance we see more of these attacks in America. And we should have been watching. I got friends that I talk to in the UK all the time, and they tell me this is how it started there 20 years ago. And now their government is actually afraid of the people they let in. And that is scary crap. And to me, why are you letting these people in if you're scared of them? So, yeah, I don't know. That's one of the last things. Other than that, I will ask a question. If nobody's got anything else, I will ask, do you think, oops, sorry, sleeper cells are worrying me? Yes. Okay, Eva, the fact that we have to worry about sleeper cells says a lot. And under the last administration, not Biden, his handlers, because he had no clue, they let in, and okay, I'm getting tired of this too. Little thing, little niggling thing. They let in 20 million people, and it's actually the estimates were up to 30 million. Even the border agents of CBP said, yeah, it was. For every one that we caught, there was 3 that we watched over the horizon. They were counting those getaways when they could see them. The numbers are at least 20 million illegals were brought in here. And then besides the ones they just gave them the cards and said, go wander around the country for 10 years. We'll talk about a court hearing in 10 years. Yeah, good luck. So we have no clue who's here. That border was wide open. They lied to us. Fox News getting the drones up down there. Remember, they tried to stop us from flying drones because they want us to see. The border's fine. Then when those drones got up and showed the people flowing, anybody that tells you they have any idea who's here is full of crap. We had apartment complexes in 3 states being taken over by drug gangs from, South and Central America. Yeah, tell me you just let them in? Shut up. You didn't know. We have weapons, drugs, and yes, we probably have sleeper cells from around the world here. They brought in insane amounts of people. And I'm tired of seeing right-leaning pundits sit there and start capitulating. Same crap they've been doing to us for years. Somehow the official number of illegals here has been 15 million for the last 30 years. George Bush Jr. slipped up a couple of times and said 30 million. And then suddenly they told him, Ixnay, go back to the 15 million talking point. Anybody that believes in 30 plus years our number stayed at 15 million, you're a retard. And now it's some people with studies are showing it's between 30 and 50 million were here before the Biden stuff. Biden brought in between 20 and 30 in 4 years. So we have zero idea who's here. And yes, we know for a fact there are sleeper cells here. Only thing is some sleeper cells do defect. They find out the land of milk and honey of America is a nice place to live. And they're like, I'm not sure I want to bomb this to go back to wiping my butt with my hand and living with camels. And yes, not all the Middle East is that way. I get it. But the countries the terrorists come from usually are mostly like that. Because the civilized Islamic countries don't want these people. So they're not living there. Because they won't put up with terrorist attacks there. They will do nasty things to you and your family if you terror attack there. Captain USA 75. So in other words, we're indeed keeping track of them. And you're talking about the people coming across the border to a point. The CBP agents and ICE agents were only officially keeping numbers of the people they had contact with. There are people, I believe you can look up online, people who use drone footage. I went through and counted average intake coming across the border for over a month, and then it did math and figured about how many. I don't know if it was a direct number, and that's why I spout such a range on what comes in. 20 to 30 million. I'm leaving a 10 million range. That's not like saying that's not leaving a 10-person range. I'm leaving a big range because we don't know exactly. But these are what the agents have said in reports and in interviews. For every one we saw 2 or 3 going by. So that is just the best I can come up with for numbers. But you can research and look around. My problem is with a lot of right-leaning pundits who've been backing off lately. I even heard one idiot one day, I can't remember which right-leaning, far-right pundit it was, who obviously must own a business he wants cheap labor for, going, yeah, there was 4 million that came across through the Biden administration. It's like, even the Biden administration says it was like 10 to 15. Shut up. So that guy's a jackass. But no, Captain, I am just trying to give a range, and I don't give you a dead number because we don't 100% know. There are even some studies that say it was upwards of 35 million. I don't think it was quite that high. I think the 20 to 30 million range is God help me for saying that, a conservative number as a guesstimate to give us a number, because we don't know. We know by most honest estimates out there it was around 20 million people, and some up to 30. So that's the best I got. Uh-oh, did a message get held? Uh-oh, potentially. Uh-oh. Well, let me see it. Oh. Oh, that's the best he had. Graham, if you want to talk an average real question, feel free, but I'm going to leave that one hidden. Another moderator already got it, though, but hey, feel free to give me an honest question or an honest comment with that. I mean, okay, tell me how I'm one of those. A guy sitting in a Fun Dip hat in his bedroom, talking on my cell phone, who's a lifelong auto mechanic with dodgy lungs. How am I one of those? Oh, I'm sorry, because you're a lefty and I disagree with you. That's what the left has. You disagree with them, attack you, punch you, kill you, stab you, call you names. Is that it? I have to guess because you came in with hyperbole and haven't answered a real question yet. Jay Watterson, what's up? Jay Watterson comes in with over 35 million easy. See, I don't know if that's a number. Once again, I try to be conservative and what we think we can kind of prove 20 to 30. The 20 million is deadly hell accepted. That has so much proof for the 20 million. And like I said, I've even seen Steven Crowder say some days 10 million, some days 15, some days 25, some days, I actually caught him saying 9 million, I believe, one time. It's like, stop it. Stop it. 3IY5Z. I'm sure that probably means something. 3 eyes, wise. I'm an auto mechanic. I'm not very bright. Every auto mechanic out there went, hey, shut the hell up. Says, morning, sweetie. Morning back. Welcome. By the way, guys, if you haven't, please hit thumbs up. Even if you disagree with me. Hey, look, I'm honest. I'm answering you. Even messages help for review. I'm checking them out and trying to clean them up. 3I. I hope so. Probably. I'm a guy. I'm a guy over the age of 14, so I probably do. Okay, so I don't know why that has to be there. But, welcome anyway. Hell of an answer. Oaken Sivry. Oh, well, I don't... Oaken, God help me if I'm saying that wrong, because it looks like I'm totally screwing your name up. So I apologize. It's funny. Sub, because you're a nice person. No, I'm not. I don't know if I'm a nice person. I will tell you this, Oaken. Anybody who's been on my streams can tell you, my channel, I may screw up and get things wrong, but I'm honest about it. We may not always agree, but I will give you my honest assessment of what I feel. It's kind of how I live my life. It gets me in trouble. I always tell people, including my wife, do not ask me a question if you don't want a real answer. But I will answer most questions I think are relevant. I mean, somebody asking how many teeth I have or if I like one puppy over another. But But thank you. I appreciate it. I mean, I really do. And feel free to, you can disagree. I mean, Jay Watterson and I disagree probably, I don't know. I don't think we disagree that. I think maybe what, 30% of the time, 35, maybe 40. But he's still here throwing flip-flops at me. It's funny how many never Trumpers are now for him. That, well, yeah, that's a weird thing. It's weird how there are a lot of never Trumpers that are for him because, Lindsey Graham got his war. Yeah, so, yeah, weird, huh? But I will still say, Jay Watterson, you got to be honest and know, Trump's always said he will not let Iran, Freudian slip. I didn't get my $7,000, Israel. He's always said Iran, the thing with Iran can't keep going on. We can't just keep capitulating, and then he wouldn't let them get any closer to a nuke. So there are a lot of Trump supporters that are pissed off that weren't paying attention. But you're right. A lot of those, Jay Watterson, I think this is its right name, neocons. I mean, come on, dude. Lindsey Graham is one step from the gay devil. I'll bet you and I can agree on that because Lindsey Graham, that guy gives me the squirmies, and there is no war he doesn't like. I mean, yike! It's even Lindsey Graham can find himself on the right side once in a while. This is maybe one conflict you and I may disagree that may be a good thing. I think we do disagree, but I'm not 100% sure it's good. It just depends how about this? If we do not put boots on the ground and this is truly over for us in about 20 or 30 more days or 40 more days, and then the Iranian people take over, pull their britches up and go take it over the rest of the way, because after we soften this up for them, then yes, I think it's going to be a good thing. I think it'll be a good thing for the world, for America in general. In fact, I think it'll make the world a lot more wealthy and better off. If we have to put boots on the ground, I'm going to be unhappy. Well, thank you, Eva. Yes, guys, please hit thumbs up and share the channel out. I'll be on here a little longer if somebody wants to come in and agree or disagree with me as I try to answer you guys. All right, Jay Watterson, the clown running against Massey is flip-flopping never Trumper. Well, Jay Watterson, you're not getting any disagreement from me there. I said in my short the other day that what Trump was doing with Massey was stupid. Donald Trump has an ego that can be a good thing and a bad thing, and this is the bad side. Donald Trump is butthurt because Massey, and whether I agree with Massey all the time or not, I think Massey is one of the better people in Congress, but I think he's still a politician, and he still is full of, okay, not full. Since he's one of the better, I'm going to say Thomas Massey is still about half full of shit. Excuse my language, guys. I tried to back off the mechanics language. But yeah, Trump is being stupid, and I won't back off. I am not a cultist Trump follower. I think Trump's the best president in my lifetime. But when he does something stupid, in my opinion, I will tell you. And I think it's stupid. I think Donald Trump is wasting political capital. I think he's wasting time. And I think he's causing more problems in the party than he should be. Massey's going to win. And I'm going to say this to Massey, too. Trump and Massey need to both shut the F up for a second, go into a room, shake hands, sit down, and I'd say let Marco Rubio, because that man is on, let Marco Rubio moderate between them. And if one of them starts spouting, somebody gets put the duct tape back over their mouths. But I think those two need to sit down and talk. I will agree that Massey at times does stupid shit, and I will not give Massey credit for the whole Epstein thing, because he didn't say jack crap, yet now he acts like he's a crusader for it, but he didn't say jack crap for years until Trump was in there. And I'm going to say this. I do not agree with how the Epstein thing's gone, but how much Epstein documentation did you get under the Biden administration? None. Did the Democrats care at all until they thought they could try to get Trump with it? No. And who's it's hurt? The Democrats, more than anything. The only reason anybody has any documents, do I think it's enough? No. Will we see more? Yes. Well, I think that's enough. I don't know. The only reason we have anything is because the Trump administration, Pam Bondi's a turd. Equal opportunity offender. Yeah, 100%. All right, Eva, like Jim always says, you won't agree 100% of the time with anyone. Oh, no. In fact, I think Abraham Lincoln, or I'm probably ascribing this to a rapper, I'm sorry. But I remember hearing the saying, I thought it was Abraham Lincoln, said that when somebody agrees with, when the people agree with you 100% of the time, something's wrong, and you should recheck your own beliefs. Because I think he was taking a shot, whoever said it was taking a shot at politicians, that they will switch position every time. Sorry, I'm trying to move myself around here a little. Let's see. Neocon or Zionist, same thing. I don't know if that's true. I actually say there's a difference between neocon and Zionist. Because Zionist is all about the Jews and Israel. Neocon don't give a rat's ass if the Jews are involved. Neocon will go against anybody. The neocons that go to if they need a war, they will go find one in the tropical jungles of South America if they have to. He would go take on the headhunters somewhere if he had to. So I think neocon and Zionist are different. Zionist is mostly to do with the Jewish people and Israel. Neocon is, I don't care who, I need a war. Whether it's for money or power, I say money. But yeah, I think the difference. All right, Watterson. Fun fact, Massey was Charlie Kirk's favorite member of Congress. And chaps the height of the administration and TPUSA, their efforts to gaslight the public about it failed. I don't think that was what matters about Charlie Kirk. I don't think a lot of people care that Charlie Kirk liked Massey. I think the problem with Charlie Kirk's death, as I've said, is because Charlie Kirk kept Trump grounded. Charlie Kirk was out among the masses, talking to the people. He was getting the real on the street vibe. The vibe that I don't care how good Trump's advisors are. They're not giving that on the street. That live, man, we just talk to people. We have debates at the average Joes. He would come to Trump and give Trump real advice, real news, the real feeling going on among the country. Losing Charlie Kirk lost that. And if you look at Trump, he has flailed more than ever since Charlie Kirk's death. Because Charlie Kirk kept him in the know. And now Trump just has to depend on his advisors. And some of them are good, some of them are not, but they're still politicians, and you got to watch their asses. Trump got cut off. We needed Charlie Kirk. I think if Charlie Kirk was still there, we'd be a lot better off today. If we may not agree with everything Trump did, but I think he would have been more centered and less irrational. I don't think he would have been as pissy with MTG. I don't think he'd be quite as pissy with Massey. But I will say that him and Massey both could pull their pants up a little bit and talk a little better to each other. I give Massey a little more of the grown up in the room, but Massey's done some plenty of stuff that's not perfect either. Name a neocon isn't a Zionist. I don't know them all, so I don't know. I don't know all the names. I just know that it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if I can't name one. It doesn't mean they're not all that. Because neocons aren't all just about the Jewish. Neocon came around long before talking about just Jewish. It was people just wanting wars everywhere. But yeah, we did need Charlie Kirk. See, we can agree on that. Charlie Kirk, and let me know, do you think I'm right in my assessment? Charlie Kirk had his ear to the ground, was able to contact average everyday people, and that gave Trump a direct line. He had Trump's ear. He was calling Trump almost daily. They've all admitted that. So imagine what Trump lost. I mean, imagine Trump. He's used to getting this real feel for the country, the real thoughts of people, the real feelings of people, the real wants and needs, and suddenly that's gone. And now, even the best of his advisors can't replace that. So if you look at it from Donald Trump's point of view, no wonder he's been a little crankier lately and stuff. He lost a huge thing. He lost a big asset. And I personally believe that Charlie Kirk would have been president of the United States if he wasn't killed. I think he had that factor. And I think his going around doing all this TPUSA stuff would have been a major factor in his growth and his ability to not just communicate with the people, but sympathize and lead us well. But that's just me. I think in 2032 or 36, Charlie Kirk would have been running for president. And I feel upset that we lost that opportunity. Because I think Charlie Kirk had the chance to be, and we can disagree. I still think Donald Trump is the best president of my lifetime. Not perfect, but the best president of my lifetime for this country. But I think Charlie Kirk could have been more. I think he could have been even better. Now, one last question I'll ask you guys. This is a hypothetical. Let's play a little game here. Oh, let me read comments. Eva, I like Charlie Kirk. I just don't like the feeling of idolizing him. Don't hate on me. No, you can have your opinion. It's not that I idolize Charlie Kirk. And there's times I watched a lot of his debates. I didn't always agree with Charlie Kirk. In fact, now I may piss off some of you here, I could argue with him on abortion. I fall between the leftist belief of abortion, the 90s leftist belief, where rare but safe, and the conservative, we don't care if a 12-year-old girl gets you-know-whatted by 5 dudes who grab her, pull her into a forest, or her own dad, gotta have it. I fall between there. But so I could argue with him on abortion. But I think I agreed with Charlie Kirk enough that I could look at him and see he would do good things for America. Good things for the people. And I think we still have a loss. But no, there are people that over-idolize him, I will give you that. Not to use a bad phrase, they think he was the second coming. And I don't know if we're that far. But here's my question, you guys. And feel free to give me whatever you think on this one. All right. Better president after Trump. Rubio? Or, good God, I just blanked on our VP's name. I love it when I can see it and can't say it. Oh, good grief. This is what you come here for. Biden moment. Oh, Vice President Vance. Oh, my God. But who do you think will be a better president in 2028? Rubio or Vance? Rubio is really gone a long ways. I don't know if Vance has got the it factor. Except for certain live streams and channels who just play chubby JD Vance memes and make everybody giggle like retards over it. Ugh. Certain streams, I like the person, I like the people doing it, but I have to turn off their stream sometimes because it's all goofy memes, ignoring real comments. Ignoring real things going on. They'll just blow off a meme and giggle like idiots, and okay. I guess people send money there. Rubio and Vance are done. What do you mean done? I think one of them will be the next president, most likely. I think I've seen people, this is my thing. I would like to see a Vance Rubio ticket the next in 2028, because I don't think we have anybody better. Whether you like Rubio or Vance, can you name somebody better right now? I can't. I'd like to see Rubio, Vance, and then the 4 years after that, I'd like to see them swap it out and do Vance Rubio. Or Vance Rubio first and Rubio Vance second. And then swap it back again to Vance Rubio, then swap it again to Rubio Vance. Dude, that would be epic. That would just be funny. They swap positions every 4 years for a while. I think that'd be fun. All right. Done. No chance of being elected. I don't know who the Democrats have to run against them that have the presidential thing. Because too many of the people they want to choose they have way too much baggage. I mean, Newsom, there's no way Newsom can win a national election with what's going on in California. And now the fraud they're finding out there and everything else. I don't think Newsom can win a national election. I don't think Kamala can. And I don't think AOC, she may not be a dum-dum, but she's a dingus, kind of. I know you may equate the two, but they're slightly different. With her voice and the stupid crap she says and does, and that crap she pulled in Europe recently, I don't think she's got the it factor to be president either. And I don't know who the Democrats have that could beat Rubio / Vance / Rubio. So I have a problem with that. So that's what I'm stuck with. Yeah, Janie Ventures, yeah. Dems have no one I can see that has the it right now. No. Janie Ventures, Jasmine Crockett. Oh, no. Oh, my God. We could have President Ghetto. Which is funny, because if you look at her before she tried her online persona, she talked better English than me. And then she said the young girl when she thought it would get her somewhere and acting all ghetto. Ghetto's cool. It is funny, though, because I would like to see Jasmine Crockett sue Tallarico. Tallarico and not just CBS. Well, CBS can get sued since Colbert worked for them. Lied and made up a thing and blamed it on Trump. And it screwed her in the election. So that's some BS. I think Jasmine Crockett, whether you like it or not, should be able to sue Tallarico and CBS and Colbert. She got screwed. And Tallarico, like Jasmine Crockett or not, Jasmine Crockett may want to be a ghetto retard, but you go look at Tallarico, he's freaky. He is a freaky son of a bitch. I bet even Jay Waterson won't throw a flip-flop at me for that one. Tallarico, dude, go watch that stuff. Go look at that guy up. His past comments, his past videos. He is a fruit bat. And I feel I should apologize to fruit bats. Who did the Dems have that could beat Hillary in 07? Dope. Well, yeah, but I don't know if the machine is going to have the resources it had with Hillary. With all that stuff. They've been damaged. Trump has damaged the machine. They've lost a lot. And I think a lot of the people have woke up to a lot of the BS. Not as many as we wished, but I think a lot of people are like, that stinks. Screw you. I ain't falling for it. So, I don't know if they have it. I mean, Jay Waterson, I'm not saying I'm right. And I'm not trying to ride Tim Pool's fence. Sorry, I made fun of Tim Pool the other day for making a video about, and he said right in his video, women are so irrational and this and that. Then he goes, well, except my wife. Shut up, Timmy. He's talking about masculinity and manhood and standing up and men and women have different roles and how men should be manly and the women maybe should listen in some ways. Then he goes, because women are so irrational, except my wife. Timmy, you can't talk about masculinity when you pull that crap in a video. So yeah, that was just me the other day. I was like laughing about that. I don't think the Democrats have that chutzpah at the moment that they did then, and I don't think the American people are quite as blind to the BS. Whether they like Trump or not, there are a lot of people out there who see more BS now than they ever did. They see it for what it is, and they're like, you guys, we're watching you. So I'm trying to keep that light from reflecting because it is bright. Whoa. But yeah, so I don't know if they have that. What do you guys think? Do you agree with Jay Waterson? Do you think Vance and Rubio or either one of them can never be president? Or do you think the Dems actually have somebody? Oh, Eva, yeah, there's nothing wrong with saying that. Oops, sorry. There's nothing wrong with saying that. Women are more irrational. It is your hormones compared to a man's hormones. Men are geared different, where when we had to hunt and do all that stuff and protect, you couldn't afford a hormone that could make you irrational or start crying and suddenly. But when you are making humans, you need a different set of hormones and you're taking care of the family. And I don't like how people, I'm not even that built into conservatism, how do you say, or trad, I guess. But I see, come on, men and women are built different for reasons and we work well together. People getting pissy about our differences instead of just, yeah, that's great. And we put women down for wanting kids. Women make children and can raise them amazingly. That's an amazing thing. That is something we should be celebrating still and was celebrated. When those housewives of the 50s, those women weren't feeling like they were kept down. They loved their lives. They loved cleaning, cooking, getting the laundry done, and taking care of their children. They loved it. They were happy. You didn't see a lot of them on drugs and being depressed. So, yeah. Oh, Fetterman? You think Fetterman? I've always looked at Fetterman as a possibility because he went a little almost too rational for me too fast. And I always said he's looking like he's being smart, being a politician. I don't know, though, if a man with some of his issues would be what people want to have as president. I don't normally like to use that against somebody, but he's had some good mental issues along with some physical ones. So I'm not sure he could make it. And I'm not sure he can handle the stress, honestly. Mentally and physically, I'm not sure he is geared for that. The man will barely ever wear a suit. Come on, he wants to go in Carhartts and shorts. Little much. All right. Uh-oh. Relationship issue incoming. Sorry, guys, I'm getting a little shaky here. I'm sitting on my dog steps. The dog steps up to the bed because we don't like our big dogs to jump on and off. Well, he's off because that's not good for their joints. Some people, Ted Cruz, Lindsey Graham have mixed hormones. I don't think Lindsey Graham has mixed hormones at all. Everybody knows. Come on. Everybody knows what his hormones are. In fact, somebody just said recently in public, and when's he going to come out? Lindsey is, as they say, he's as queer as a $3 bill. He is. I've been on for about an hour and 12, guys. Not that I'm upset about it. I wanted to make time. I'm just upset I got all these fans running downstairs and carpet peeled up and drying everything. Yeah, when your washer, when that drain tube comes out, by the way, the drain pipe, and it unloads the washer multiple times during that cycle all over your floor, that is an insane amount of gallons of water. So, yeah. I mean, he's junior Republican. Oh, you actually think Fetterman's going to go Republican? Do you? See, people were talking about that, 6 months ago, a year ago, that Fetterman might switch Republican. You think he's either playing the game or you think he is actually moving Republican? Wow. Dude, that would be a kick in the nuts to the Democrats. I do think the people, his constituents, would probably support it, though. He's not exactly from a Democrat area, so oof. Eva, there's nothing wrong with that. And honestly, I don't like when people these days put down womanly duties. Because those womanly duties kept society going for thousands of years. Why do you think women were protected, throughout time while men were expendable? Women do amazing stuff. And I'm tired of acting like keeping a good house, cooking good food, dealing with the children and schools and all that is just so under women. Bull crap. It's stuff that men aren't really geared for. So, I think they've done a disservice to women. That's crap. Janie, I will agree with you on that. It's crazy. When a guy has brain damage and suddenly he can see the crap. Oof. Yeah, I don't know. I probably still thinks he's playing a game. That he's still full Democrat, but he knows how bad the Democrats look right now. Maybe he's just distancing a little for future maybe going for president? I don't know. Tulsi has been quiet. Yeah, I wonder what's going on with Tulsi. That's a good point. I don't know. I do not what's going on with Tulsi. For a while there, she was doing some big investigations and they leaked a little bit. But right now, yeah, she's been quiet a long time. So I'm gonna try to get that off my knees. I'm making it worse. Yeah, Tulsi's been very quiet for a long time. So yeah, I don't know what's going on with her, but you're making me curious now. I wonder what is up with her. I will say this for Tulsi. She wasn't involved in any big scandals or anything. She's kind of been just doing her job and going about it. And boy, Trump could have done worse than her as a pick. Eva, we are nurturing ones, 100%. Why do you think more women are nurses or teachers or stuff like that? It's 100%. Men go out and in these days, build and tear things up and hunt things down and protect. Go down with the ship. I always laugh at these women with equal rights. I go, cool. Then next time you punch a guy, he gets to punch you back. You start opening the door for guys. And when it comes to Valentine's Day, don't you dare get mad at a guy who's even buy you crap. Because 98% of everything bought on Valentine's Day goes to women. And how about you buy the engagement rings? You start this crap, you hear these feminist women go, oh, no, he should have to buy me dinner on the first date. No, equals equal. You get away with crap where a guy would knock another guy down. You want equal. They suddenly stop wanting equal. If we had equality, how many women would have gone down on the Titanic? You just got to ask. The feminists want equality when it's good for them. My wife's like, she's not trad, but she's like, by no means do I want total equality. If there's a spider, you kill that damn thing. If there's a noise at night, I'm not looking at her going, honey, go check that noise. She's going to be going, dude, go check that. If our dogs haven't already eaten it. Hey, Rebexy, what's up, man? If our 3 dogs haven't already gotten it, well, I might perforate them, so, Nope. I cannot read that name. It's at Triple O. Nice to see you again, brother. Bonding looked bad. Bad giving evidence. Oh, Bondi? Yeah. Oh. You will not get disagreement. Anybody's been on my streams know I am not a fan of Spamela Blondie. The problem with Spamela Blondie is Trump is stuck with her. They still haven't, approved a third or more of his appointments yet? We're over a year in. Get your thumbs out of your butts. Get his shit done. The fact that Republicans haven't done that says uniparty to me. But no, he's stuck with her because if he boots her, he'll never get into DOJ and it'll hobble his administration even worse. He'll be screwed. I'm sure he regrets, appointing her, but he's stuck with her. But yeah, Spamela Blondie she's horrid. It's not as bad as the DOJ under Biden, but she's definitely not the DOJ we needed in this administration. But welcome. Triple O, I don't know how to read dashes unless you got Morse code there. Jax is Jay Watterson. Jax is not in the room. I'm in the bedroom with the door closed so my wife can relax on the couch and come down after a hard day. And like I said, I'm not downstairs in the den. I got multiple big fans running, including one I used when our furnace got replaced. I took the furnace blower and built the switches and everything on it. It's got a big fan unit that's blowing the carpet down there. So Jax can't get my ankles. All right, Triple O, that's what I'm going to call you for now, bud. All these people in power have stuff in the closet, rotten. I'm not going to say all of them do, but if they don't have skeletons or crap in the closet, they want power or money. And they will do about anything. They will capitulate to get that. Yeah, that brings up a thought. You want to talk about Trump's State of the Union? Where he said about getting all the insider trading crap out of Congress and Republicans, clap, clap, clap. And he told them, wow, I can't believe you stood up for that. He was even giving a shot at his own party. You notice how there ain't been any movement on that? The American public overwhelmingly support voter ID, yet it's not being done. And they overwhelmingly support no more insider trading for our government people, and it's not being done. It's almost like Our government doesn't really work for us and gives less of a rat's ass what we want. Rebexy had a live stream 12 days ago. What? I didn't get a notification. You did? What? No, are you screwing with me, Janie? If Rebexy had a live stream and didn't get a hold of me, what a jerk. He's got all my social media. He knows how to personally contact me. Did you really have one? You better not. No. You better be joking. I can't believe Rebexy would blow me off like that. Rebexy, you heard about the KC-135 crash over Iraq? Says it collision another refueling aircraft. One down, one made it back. Ouch. No, I didn't hear about that. I was too busy paying attention to what looks like 2 Islamic attacks here in America. Trump put Bondi in there on purpose. I don't think he had much option after Gates got taken out. I think we should have Matt Gates. But I don't know who would have been better. I mean, that's the problem with our government. We are so stuck with crap or shit. It's like we don't have it's crap or shit. And I want to get to a point where we have a non-crap or shit type person where I don't have to, worry about wiping. So Urbexy didn't. Okay. Lee. Hi, Lee. What's up, man? I'm sorry, Lee. I don't have too many people here for you to defend against this time or go off on. Lee had in a couple of my mobile streams, had a couple people there that he was not taking the crap and going after him. It was I almost wanted to just sit here and just watch and go, well, this is fun. No, Lee does not take the BS. How you doing, Lee? I know I'm behind in the chat, guys, but anybody's been on my streams? No, I'll get behind. Jax he's a kitty commando. Oh, dude. He is something. Thank you, Triple O. Yeah. We need some other people. There's so much BS going on. And I'm going to reiterate once again, people are tired of me saying this, but 80+% of all Americans want the voter ID stuff. And I believe it's right around even higher. Like last polling I saw was around 87 to 90% of all Americans want no more people in Congress and their immediate family being able to buy in the stock market. And why is it these super popular things aren't getting any movement? Nothing. Yeah, stuff we want. It's almost like our government doesn't work for us. I keep using the phrase uniparty. It's been around a while, but I truly believe it. You will be doing, Evo, doing your next live stream March 27th. Well, make sure you message me because I don't always get notifications because it depends. I have multiple accounts on YouTube, and it depends which account I'm logged in on, whether I get notifications from that account. Because I have like 5 or 6 accounts. All right. So 27th. Okay. So make sure you shoot me a message. Because I'm not always logged in on my Exploring with CF account. I'm either on the Lion's Den account or my personal account or my CF channel account or, yeah, that's the way it is. All right, catching up here. Triple O, BB dead? Netanyahu? Not that I know of. Unless something really bad happened. Unless Iran had a couple of them hypersonics left over and went, not that I know of. All I heard was Jay Watterson or somebody here. So it was now. Oh no, Rebexy was saying the 2 refueling craft got a mid-air kerfuffle. You would think you would see that with all the technology in those jets, especially the military refueling craft. Come on, how the hell did they run into each other? Were they refueling other jets close in some wind shear or something? All right, let's see here. Lee, no, Rose told me I have a plethora of parrots I deal with daily. Well, Lee, I'm betting you go in well armed. And I'm betting you don't lose a lot of those because, woo, there was a few people in here that you were like, nope, not having that crap. So, yeah, you went after a few of them. And I'll say, by the way, guys, I do still talk to, I haven't talked to Bunny in a while, but last couple of times I knew she was having some health issues and some family stuff going on. But I'm going to channel Buckle Bunny and say, please do me a favor. If you haven't, please hit thumbs up for the stream. If you're new here, you don't have to subscribe if it's your first time here. I haven't earned it yet. But at least give me the thumbs up, and doesn't matter whether you agree or disagree. If you're watching, feel free to comment, as long as it's not just some hyperbolic BS. If it's honest, an honest, topic or discussion or question, I'll answer it. If it's dishonest, I'll sick Lee on you. Trump backing down on Getz was a tone for the administration. Well, I'm going to partially disagree with that. Trump has done a lot. You can't name another president who's kept as many campaign promises as he has. Once again, he's not perfect, but that just shows how bad of the choices. So I keep getting closer to you, like, Rrr. That just shows how bad the choices we've had are. That Trump is the best of them. But he's kept a lot of campaign promises. He's gone through a lot. He's got stuff hitting him from every side, including his own party not supporting him because half of them are uniparty. So that's a lot to deal with, because no matter what other president, they didn't keep campaign promises and usually had the backing of their party. So the fact that he's been able to do as much as he did is amazing. My problem is the party is not codifying anything he's doing into law. So when Trump is gone, if we don't get Rubio or Vance, we are screwed. 100% screwed. Democrats will reopen the border and bring in, instead of 20 or 30 million over 4 years, it'll be 60 or 70. We'll be buried. They are going to rescind everything instantly, and we're screwed. All right, Triple O. Voter ID everywhere else in the world, but not in the U.S. Yeah, isn't that something? Somehow Democrats don't think voter ID in UK, France, Spain, Australia, they don't think that's racist. It's only racist in America. Yeah, I'll say it. I'll say it clear as Trump did. If you are against voter ID, it's because you want to cheat. When 70+%, well, 67 to 72% of all Democrats want voter ID law, and the Democrats in Congress and our government go, nope, bad, we can't do that. That says they're cheating. When you won't listen to your constituents. Because also, it would get rid of a lot of their, where they go around ballot harvesting. It would get rid of a lot of the ballot harvesting too, which favors them. Which is already illegal in some states. I think should be illegal in every state. I don't know how ballot harvesting is legal at all. I mean, we've had no problems with people voting in this country for 250 years until lately people act like it's so tough to vote. Polls in my area open at like 5 or 6 a.m. They close at like 8 or 9. And I know no employer that goes, I will not let you leave to vote. In fact, I'm not even sure that's legal. But I'd be all for making voting day a national holiday. We vote one day. None of this ballots coming in for a week or two. That is absolute shite. It is cheating. Hey, let's see. We're down by 10,000 votes. Oh, amazing. 15,000 votes show up. Oh, 15,000 mail-in ballots showed up. Cool. We win. So yeah, voter ID is it's a needed 100%. Yep, J&E, no brainer, 100%. I do say it before. There's a couple things I repeat because it needs to be said. Dow was under 47K. Pam Bondi probably. Now blame the Jews. I'm sorry. Anything goes wrong, some people, it's the Jews. They see a Jew under every rock. In fact, Tim Pool had a lady on. Wow. She even makes the Jewish conspiracy people go, okay, back it down a little. She was a little nutty. Has been seen for days. Let's see. Janie, except for the Dems, no brain, so they don't see it. No, they see it. The Dems see it. They know exactly what they're doing. They know exactly what they're doing. Democrats may be crazy and evil, but don't keep in mind, the Democrats in government know exactly what they're doing. They just use the uneducated smooth brains in their constituency to do stuff. That's their, their little battle force. They know that their constituents don't see anything besides a headline. They don't read the ad, so they can put up any headline, say what they want, and that's all the people see. Then from now on, they think, well, Trump did this or this bad. They don't go look at the facts. Like I ran into one already who said that it was a Jake Lang protester that was trying to take out Ma'am Danny with fire bombs. It's like, oh, no. 100%. Same hit as his brother. I'm sorry, Triple O, I got lost. I don't know your comment there, what you're referring to. Thank you, Lee. Yes. Hey, 8 here right now. Well, this could be wrong. I found out this YouTube online thing, it can be really wrong on your phone. But 7 thumbs up. Thank you, guys. I do appreciate that. Thank you, Lee. Yes. Like I said, if you're new here, I don't ask you automatically subscribe. I have to earn it. But please get thumbs up and please stop back. And do not be shy. Feel free to comment whether you agree or disagree. All I ask is it be a comment we can discuss or argue over, not just some hyperbolic BS. All right? Other than that. Well, thank you, Eva. I appreciate it, hon. Hello, patrons. Yes, there you go, Lee. Sorry, guys. I'm getting a little uncomfortable sitting on my dog steps here. Hopefully, I'll get the dry carpet and everything dried downstairs and get back in the lion's den, or even for my mobile or my computer. I say it's so noisy down there right now. You gotta hear those fans running. Blessed be your day. Blessed be. Hope your days are going well. Mine's been goofy. But welcome, Lee, and thank you. There, Ray, thank you. Give Lee a definite thank you for that's some pretty nice well wishes to everybody out there. It's almost like both sides want to keep voter ID as an election issue rather than solving it. Jay Watterson, that almost sounds like they're a uniparty. Get off my screen. That almost sounds like they're a uniparty, doesn't it? I agree. There's a lot of times I think the Republicans, whoever's in charge, the other party, goes along with them just to a point to keep anything from really happening for us. Once again, how do you explain voter ID not passing and laws against insider trading in Congress not passing? Because they all want it. They don't give a rat's ass about you and me. So yeah. So, and I'm not asking us to impugn him. I don't know what Massey's thought is on that. I'm not asking to impugn him. I'm not even trying to act like he's not for getting these things done. But I'm really honestly curious, only because his name is in my head a lot with everything going on lately. So he's just one I come up with. Hell, I wonder what Fetterman thinks if we want to talk about somebody out in the open. All right, Lee. They say at least 3 days to accommodate specific people that may be otherwise indisposed. I don't know about that. I think we can stick with a day. I think we need a day, because even if you give 3 days, you start counting, and it shows the count is down for, let's say, the Democrats. And what do they do over those next 3 days? Suddenly ballots show up for those next 3 days. And it overcomes the numbers out of the blue. No, we need to have 1 day. It needs to be paper ballots. And it needs to be counted that day. So I don't think we can do that. I think we need to go back to 1 day. It worked. 1 day worked. Counted same day worked. If American Idol can count that many ballots in an hour, then we can do this, I guess, like we used to. We didn't suddenly lose the ability to do our election and count it in 1 day. Or at the very most, the next morning, everything was out. It's crazy they're acting like we suddenly can't do that anymore. It's BS. It's because they don't want to. We have water main breaks. We're all going to stop counting, but then, oopsie, we start counting it in the middle of the night. Shut up. We need no room, zero room for any of that. Shenanigans. You're a great shift worker. But the thing is, Lee, that's why I said we should make it a national holiday. Everybody gets paid. National holiday. We have voting day. But even graveyard shift. I worked graveyard shift. A lot of you love second and third shift jobs. Loved them. I still found a way to vote. I think any boss that make sure you got there, or hey, dude, I went and voted. Can I come in a little late? Not a lot of bosses can be a-holes about it, even corporate. And I'm not sure it's even legal if they do. But we can't have room for shenanigans, honestly. No more room for shenanigans, and that's it. I'm trying to turn away from the light there. Puppets, yeah. Don't talk shit, run away. Yeah. Uh, Second report was the IEDs were thrown at Muslims. Which one, Lee? Did I miss something? I missed something in the chat. Second report was the IEDs were thrown at Muslims. Oh, are you talking about the New York thing from a couple days ago? All I know is they were originally trying to intimate it was the Jake Lang people that threw these things. And, oh my God, thank God, ma'am, Danny didn't get hurt. Oh, if that's what you're talking about. Or are you talking about the attacks today? Because the one guy today shouldn't have been in America. Or at least not, he should have been in jail. If you are booted from the National Guard for trying to buy weapons and deal with ISIS, then you should be in jail. Keeping your eye on the U.S. Bank Tower in Los Angeles. Okay, what does that mean? You're about to tell me something I'm not going to want to know, aren't you? Have a good one, Eva. You and Jim, if you're both have to leave, thank you very much. I appreciate it, you two. And make sure you message me before you do a live stream, because I have 5 accounts, and if you're not logged in, I don't get those notifications. So I appreciate it. Have a good one, you two. Gonna work out in the cold tomorrow? Yeah, it's... Our temperature is about... Ours is about average-ish or a little low right now. It's gonna really hit the fan in a couple days. It's gonna get cold. I am not in the mood. Break out the purple ink on election day. Yeah. I just think we need to... I have no problem making it a national holiday. Everybody gets a holiday and we go vote. I have no problem with that. Yes. Yeah, the J and the E is... sorry, I'm not giving away much by saying their first names. Jim and Eva. So J and E Adventures, Jim and Eva. So, yeah. They do an urban exploring channel. If you're interested in any of that, go check them out on YouTube. It's under J and E Adventures. So, yeah, go check them out. Known them for a long time. In fact, I have a Star Trek record in my den downstairs they sent me that's in a frame and everything. Thank you very much, Eva. Have a good night. Sorry, I'm getting a little lazy holding my camera. I guess the bank tower comment is about drones. Oh, that it. I don't think Iran is going to get drones into California, but if they get them to California, how upset are we going to be? As long as they don't mess with any good states. Now, if the drones got to Texas, I'd be upset. But California, I'd ask which parts of California. Can you go? Can maybe the governor's mansion? Maybe. I'm just saying. So if that's what you're talking about, yeah, okay. The U.S. Bank Tower in Los Angeles thing could be nothing if it turns... I don't even know what you're talking about. If it turns into something, you will know. Are you thinking Iranian drones? I don't think they're going to get drones into California, but boy, that'd be interesting. If they get drones in and they came from Mexico, yeah. Hey, here, I'm going to ask you guys a quick question. Have a good one, Jim. I'm going to ask a quick question to you guys, and I'm going to hop out of here in a minute or two. What's happening in Mexico? Because we haven't heard crap about Mexico. Did all the Americans get home? Because that was huge. I mean, good God, it was a war zone down there, and suddenly we're not hearing anything. I mean, is that all cleaned up? Has the government regained control because Trump threatened them? Either you clean it up or we will. I don't know. So I'm asking, what has happened in Mexico? With everything else, going nuts in the world, we haven't heard nothing about it. Me and my grown-up shirt. It's one my wife got me. So yeah, Lee, see? Nobody knows what has gone on in Mexico. Mexico was big and Mexico was hitting the fan. And I haven't even seen anything on X for a long time. X is usually good about keeping up with stuff like that. I haven't seen nothing. I'm going to have to go look it up. I'll tell you what, I'm thinking false flag. Hope I'm wrong. I don't see. That's another thing. Maybe they stopped the war, waiting for an extended siesta. Possible. I don't know, but man, that was getting really. I like to use the word love. That was a big kerfuffle going on down there. Wow. And then suddenly, nothing. Weird. False flag. If there's a false flag in this country, it won't be under with Trump's knowledge. I'll be boldly say that Trump is not the type to do that. He's way too open about a lot of things, and I don't think he likes that type of subterfuge and crap. Now, could there be CIA people or some other group that could do it? Sure. But do I think Trump would have anything to do with a false flag? I don't. But yeah, I mean, Jay Watterson, have you got both your ears to the ground. Have you heard crap from Mexico? So far, me and Lee haven't. Urbexy is saying they took a siesta. So what happened to Mexico? God, I'm going to have to go look. I haven't seen Asmongold talk about Mexico. I haven't seen anybody. I haven't heard Tim Pool, even D-Day Cobra. No, sorry, I'm not trying to pick on the guy. I actually really am impressed with how good he is at streaming and doing channels. But he just played another dumb J.D. Vance meme. So, oh, I know you didn't say that. Jay Watterson, I know you didn't say that. No, I was throwing that out there quickly before somebody did it. Before somebody hopped on and somebody, in the background going, yeah, because Cheeto Man. No. I didn't say you did. No. I don't think you would automatically intimate that because you would just say it. If you were thinking it, you wouldn't just be walking around in circles. You'd just say it. No, he wasn't. But I don't know. What do you guys think? Think the war is going to end? All right. From what I saw, Karina went to the ground after a few days of partying. They woke up fear. Well, I was covering a lot of that when it was going on in Mexico. So I don't know. Cartel, Trump threatened. He openly told Mexico, fix this crap or I'm sending in military. And maybe that ended it. Because I'm telling you, if you're the cartel, you may be badass. But it comes to fighting the United States military, you're going to just disappear. I believe Mexico is a combination of things. Media blackout and lots of planning, positioning by all sides. Could be. It could be. It could be. All right. Triple O says, hopefully the war won't end. Are you talking about the Iranian war? I mean, what? Okay. Let me ask Triple O, and feel free to answer. However, we're not going to beat you up about how you believe here. As long as it's not some hyperbolic BS, of course. But now, what do you want to see? If we're talking about the Iranian war, what do you want to see? Are you looking for it to us to get in, do what we need to give the Iranian people a leg up and then get out? Or are you looking for a total regime change? Like us boots on the ground? I mean, personally, I do hope the war ends, but after we do what we need to do. I don't want the regime to just come back. I want us to pummel them so badly that the Iranian people stand up and we'll do step 1 through 6 for you. But then the Iranian people need to do steps 7, 8, 9, and 10 themselves. That's what I want. So let me know, Triple O, and I'll hang on here for a second. We need to allow a citizen to establish their own. Yes. Yes, that is exactly why we do not need to do boots on the ground, and we shouldn't. If we can avoid it, we should not. The Iranians have got to be able to do some of this themselves. So, Lee, I'm with you on that, and I think, I think most of America, Democrat, Republican, are like saying that. We're already there, but this is where we should not do. They have to. Rebecca, I think it will be over before the midterms are probably not solved. I think it'll be over in the next 90 days. From today. From not today, 90 days. I think it'll be done. At least our portion, I hope. I know I'm stepping on my own cock there, but yeah, I'm hoping. Apologize. I got to watch my mechanic language. Iran will decide when it ends. That's a good point. Now, that could also be the Iranian people, because if the regime gets beat up enough, I hope Trump goes on and tells the Iranian people, your chance, your turn, go. Take your country back. That would be Iran deciding either way. So yeah, And I'm going to wonder how much longer can they keep doing this? As much of their crap's been decimated. I mean, phew, we got to be getting to the point where the people can do something. Now, I have no problem. Feel free to yell at me for this one. I have no problem Israel sending their own troops in. Let them expend some people. Come on, Jay Waters. You got to give me thumbs up on that one. Let Iran send in some of their own people on the ground. I'm all for that. And maybe send Ben Shapiro with them. Ha! Stepping on your own rooster. It's a bit boastful. Evade, not engage. Okay. This is no reply. Hey! What's up, buddy? I got doxxed by a Green Beret. What? What? How you doing, man? I have to change my screen name. Oh, no. Oh, no. How you doing? No reply. Holy crap. I'm just about to hop off. Been on for an hour and 45. My arm is getting really tired, so I'm getting even shakier holding my arm up. People find out Iran isn't a paper lion. I don't know. They're not what they thought they were. I think they are kind of a paper lion. Once again, you and I will disagree. Because I actually thought they were going to stand up better than this. I did not see us taking out pretty much 90% of all their Navy this fast. This heavy amount of their missile launchers and their Air Force. I thought they were going to be stronger. I actually maybe overestimated them. So I'm not exactly sure they're doing that epic. There ain't much left for them to really fight with. It's just they don't want to give up because it's ideological. Once again, religion can be a good thing and a bad thing. All right. Good to see you. Yeah, I swear. Exposed Candace's great uncle is the guy who signed the permits for Little St. James. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh. No reply. You got Candace. Gotta watch that. Candace, dude, watch that crap. Candace Owens followers are freaky. Them true crime women will come after you. Go do that crap over on Heavy Duty Country's channel. His people won't hunt you down as much. But he's ODFS too. Search the JE files for Joseph Biden and Joe Biden. Okay. I had a hard time not saying Joe Biden there. Holy crap. All right. And he signed the guest cottage. Holy jeez. But I don't know. I don't know if I'd seen Iran as stronger than I thought. I thought it was stronger than it is. I thought this was going to be more of a battle. I honestly, maybe, or you can just say I underestimated us. But, as we all know, it's very, very, very hard to affect regime change with just air battle. But I'd say send in the Israeli soldiers and let Iranians handle their country after we soften it up. So, yeah, I'm all for that. All right, guys, my arms are killing me holding this up. So I am probably going to hop out of here in a sec. Let's see. Just keep in mind, we aren't being told everything. Yeah, but that could also be the other way. Remember, you got to keep that in mind. We're not being told everything, but we could also not being told everything that maybe they're even farther along than we thought. Maybe we're closer to winning this or ending the regime than we think. You got to look at it both ways. Don't just automatically assume that we're not being told and that it's worse over there. It could be better. You underestimate the U.S. war machine. Dutch you might be right. Maybe I wasn't overestimating them, but I was underestimating us. Oh, no problem. No reply. Thank you, buddy. I'm glad you're still around, Dylan. None of the Candace people found you. What's your thoughts on the fairy tale? Which fairy tale, Lee? Which one? I'll hang out to hear your answer. Which one? Elon has got a bit of explaining to do. Starlink and Iranian drones. Sure they can't tell where something is being used. Actually, I don't think they can. Because what they have to do is just go after unregistered receivers. They've been doing it in Ukraine now. He didn't know that the Ukrainians were using these until recently. And now it's come out they're using unregistered. What they do is they come over to America. They send over people to buy them legitimately and then bring them back over to use them because they weren't allowed to be used in the battlefields. So Iran could have done the same thing, bought them legitimately and then be using them in the battlefield. So he may not know. So don't go after him for that because they just found out that not Ukraine, Russia was using his Starlink receivers illegally, and they didn't know until recently. It's not that he can see where he can't see all the time where they're being received. So don't say that because he's gone after the Russian ones, having them shut down after they found out they're unregistered ones. They bought them legally, but they're not supposed to be used by Russia. He didn't give them permission in their battle. So he's gone after them. So maybe not. Maybe not. Lee, not fairy tale. What did I miss? IDF can go into Iran. They are currently trying to invade Lebanon. Let them. Let them. I don't know. This is going to sound bad. Maybe not for the same reasons. I think it's time the Israelis get their hands dirty. No more standing back. It's time to get their hands dirty. As far as I'm concerned. If they really want to do anything over there, time to get your hands dirty in your own backyard. Satellite deployed weapon. As I don't know what satellite deployed weapon. Iran doing well considering turned it into economic battle. Well, that's what they've always done. Triple O, they've always done that. They've always threatened world commerce and the Strait of Hormuz. They've mined it multiple times. They've sent out boats to attack ships. They've torpedoed ships. They've been doing this for 47 years. It's always been an economic battle with them. They were trying to take an economic battle and turn it into, we got nukes. But 47 years of economic battle. Sorry, let me adjust this. I hope it doesn't mess my string because sometimes you touch them in the wrong spot. Where you know that one pisses me off. Yeah. Ugh. Biden administration gave it $96 billion away. By the way, a lot of that ended up in China. China bought a lot of it of Al-Qaeda because they wanted to back engineer and look at our programming and some of the equipment. Nice job, Biden. Solar and orbital laser lit the sky up blue, then caused an explosion and turned bright yellow. I haven't heard that one, Lee. I've seen that we have fired laser weapons from our ships and other equipment over there, and so has the Israelis, but I haven't seen anything like that. So I'll have to look that up, Lee. Holy crap. Oh, I got my other phone over there. Huh. I didn't hear that. But, Jay Waters, I'd say too much. In fact, I'm going to say too much of our military equipment that Biden's handlers left over there is around the world. They found it in many countries. It's crazy. NVIDIA drone is a copy of modification existing mainstream aero engine, but most of the mods they made are actually impressive. There's a lot of drones. Drones are a big thing. Let's see, Benny Johnson. I haven't seen Benny Johnson today, so that's why I wouldn't know. Posted a video on the attack. It was wild. I was confused what I was seeing. Wow. Wow. How did her Bexy get blocked? How did her Bexy get blocked again? What is blocking her Bexy? What? Oh, I see what that is. Oh. Urbexy's blocking stuff. Got it. Oh, we got a troll. Got it. We've got a troll. Oops, sorry. I didn't mean to do that. I was trying to catch up with the chat. Thank you, Urbexy. Thank you very much. I will have to look that up, guys. In fact, some of you guys, I haven't seen Benny Johnson all day. Oh, okay, Urbexy, thank you. I can see the Epstein flight thing. Thank you. At first, I was reading a little thing wrong. It's like, what? Urbexy got blocked. And I would say, oh, Urbexy blocked somebody. Not a problem, buddy. The easy move hardware went all over the world. The hard to move stuff went to their neighbor, Iran. Yeah. You're not going to hear me argue that, Jay Watterson, at all. I was pissed then. If you look at my channel back then, I was screaming about that. $96 billion. And hey, Jay Watterson, come on. I'll go neocon here. I'm going to say this, people wanted wars. Hey, let's fund everybody and give them a bunch of weaponry. Ha ha. We'll do the Ronald Reagan and play games for the next 30 years of more wars. caused by our weaponry that accidentally got left. Jim Patterson, what's up? Boy, I try to get out and they keep pulling me back in. What's up, Jim? The sky lit up blue for 4 full seconds, and 3 seconds later was a huge yellow flash. What did they hit? What did they hit? If I can ask, I'll go check out Betty. But thanks, guys, for telling me. Holy crap. Oh, I can show that. I don't know how that didn't get. Okay, thank you. I don't know how Triple O, that didn't seem like a bad one. Wow. Was done by design. Wow. I'm curious. Well, yeah, no, Jay Watterson, yeah. It was done by design. Yeah, I'm not fully disagreeing. I'm not 100% sure, but I think there's a chance. Just like Ronald Reagan got us involved in 30, 40 years of wars, giving crap to everybody, and we've been fighting our own crap since. So I could agree with that, Jay Watterson. See, you and I aren't fully off the right pages on conspiracy theories or what's real. I'll look at that and be stinky. You don't know what was hit? Okay. Well, now you guys give me something to go look at. I'm sure Jim Patterson's seen it too. But I didn't. I didn't know they'd had an orbital laser possible firing today. That'd be freaky. I'll tell you what. If anything, these kerfuffles Trump has got us into or done has shown China and Russia and maybe the rest of the world, it's be careful fucking with us. Because if this is the stuff we're okay with showing you, imagine the shit we got. Yeesh. Sorry, life's back in the mechanic mouth there. Better way of saying is, if this is the crap we will show you, imagine the crap we haven't shown you. So, yeah. If this is the stuff we are willing to publicly show, imagine the stuff we're holding back in case there is a full-out, holy God, end of the world type of war. Woof. My conspiracy theory on that is I remember the so-called blue flashes and hurricanes that started the Hawaii fires. We could really talk about that if we want to go tinfoil hat, but I'm not today. If we want to go tinfoil, and I'm not saying because tinfoil hat means it's wrong. I'm just saying, wow, we could really light into that because Biden made a boo-boo in his comment there, didn't he? He made a hell of a comment. Well, if you had the right color roof, what? What? Laser weapons are probably already in space. Pretty sure China used it in Hawaii. Yeah, or we did. Or we had a oopsie. But yeah, but what I say is this is a shot across the bow. Trump is not just doing this to keep shipping or nukes out of hands of people. He's also doing this to warn the world. Americans looked really weak under the Biden administration. The world went insane. And Trump is showing, be careful. This is what we will show you openly. So as heavy duty as some of this stuff is, including the discombobulator, as people call it, imagine the crap we are holding back yet. Because there's a lot of people out there saying, this is the stuff we are showing. There is stuff that is probably 50 years or more advanced above this that we're not showing you yet. So, holy crap. Imagine that. Oprah and the Rockies of Hawaii. Yeah. Oprah owns half that goddamn island. Twat wouldn't let anybody go, excuse me. Wouldn't let him drive through her property. Ooh. Watching China rubbing their hands together, watching US deploy the best stuff. Can't defeat what you don't know exists. They're not deploying the best stuff. See, that's where you're going to say they are. I'm going to say no the other way. That this is just showing us stuff we have no problem them knowing. There is no way this is our top of line. There is stuff that we are not showing them that I will bet is 50 years more advanced. 50 years. The fact that we are willing to let this show says this is not our top of the line, or we wouldn't. We could have done these things without some of the top, what you're calling the top of the line. But the fact that we are willing to show it says it's not top of the line. It is now 30 to 50 years behind our top of the line. And that's where I fall on it. I saw a laser weapon tested 12 months ago. It was hundreds of miles away, and I would want to F with. Yeah. Well, U.S. military was shooting down satellites in orbit, practicing from White Sands, New Mexico, 20 years ago. They had lasers able to hit satellites 20 years ago. Look that up. So then everything went quiet after that. So, well, or were lasers so far behind Asian tech, they'd be redundant, dense thing. Yeah. Like I said, I'm still going to say, and Triple O is right. I may have underestimated our war machine instead of overestimating Iran's. But this is not where I underestimate us at all. I think that what we're showing now is something we don't care if they see, because we have much control that took. US 100%. I agree. I do not think there's a military on Earth that is even close. That's what I'm talking about. Snap. Snap. Yeah. Not the best wording in my last comment. Very best stuff won't be used because Russia and China are watching. There you go. Well, that I'll agree with. Yeah. And you think about this. If you're Russia and China and you thought America was at this level, and now we're showing you stuff here, your advisors are going, if they're showing us this, it's way up here. Because they know that we aren't showing our best. So they got to be puckering a little, because I'm betting they didn't see a lot of this coming. If you noticed, a lot of people were like, if we start doing this and this, China's going to make a move, and they ain't made shite of a move. Of course, they got enough problems in their country right now. I'm not sure what they're, I don't know. They're not doing the best. But yeah, Russia and China are watching, and there's no way. And I'm not even worried about Russia. Russia, if you want to talk paper tiger, Russia's a paper tiger. Russia, man, if you imagine back in the day, under the Soviet days, they could have walked over Ukraine. Now they're stuck, and they're not. They are winning. If you look at the advancements, it's slow, but they are advancing. And Ukraine is screwed sooner or later. Maybe something figured out. Their AI robots are even more, yeah. Yeah, we've got a lot of robotics in going into our military too. It's crazy. The green pike came when her target was. Good point. All right, Jim Patterson. They were using space lasers in the comic books 50 years ago. Well, yeah, it's comic books. Come on, man. But no, I'm saying if you go look it up, in White Sands, New Mexico, like 20 or 25 years ago, there was a couple articles where they were talking about how they were shooting down old decommissioned satellites in orbit from ground. That's amazing. So imagine where we are now. Imagine that. But yeah, in the comics, man, come on. G.I. Joe was shooting lasers in the 80s. Remember that? Oh, the laser fire where not too many people got offed. All right, let's see here. Oh, 2 hours and 2 minutes. I am getting sore sitting like this. Sorry, I have nowhere else to sit, because there's some stuff you don't show on the internet. We got some private pictures and stuff up. Not that type. I wouldn't be adverse to that. There's some stuff, I mean, our dogs I don't mind showing you, but we got some family stuff in the background. But no, guys, I think I'm going to hop out of here. Do me a favor. Please give me a thumbs up. If I can get my downstairs dried out, I'll do another stream later. They did not work out the way I wanted, because my fans are all running drying my carpet. The more you know. Oh, no, Lee, you're fine. Hey, I enjoy this stuff. Anybody's been on my streams know the chat. If the chat takes the time to talk to me, even if I disagree, I definitely try to answer. That's why I get behind sometimes. No, you're fine. Just when I think I get out, they keep dragging me back in. There we go. I got booted for a second. Oh, they're telling me to get off. Dennis Herrera's live. I'm going to troll on some parrots. You go for it, Lee. Lee is off for some blood sports. Knowing is half the battle. G.I. Joe. I got G.I. Joe stuff in my den downstairs. I think I've showed some of it in one of my mobile streams. I got shelves of my old G.I. Joe stuff in the background. Yep, I'm that type. All right, guys, if you have any thumbs up, please do so. Please share the channel out if you'd like to. If you're new here and want to subscribe, feel free. If not, maybe I need to earn it. If you're watching this afterwards, leave some comments below on any of the topics. You don't have to fully agree. Just don't be a total jack nugget. That's my job. And like Lee said, yes, have a wonderful night, Patriots. And I'll say this, whether or not we agree with what's going on in Iran, We still hope most of our guys come home. Well, actually, as many as possible, or all of them come home safely. And God bless the United States military. So have a good one. And Jay Watterson, Jax, I'm glad he can't read. Have a good day, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. Thank you, Jim Patterson. Thank you, Lee. Thank you, Jay Watterson. Thank you, Triple O. And thank you to everybody else who's lurked or been here. And have a good night. And Lee, go get them, buddy. Go get them. Have fun, guys. Talk to you later. And thank you very much.